Hello, Sagittarius. I'm Jenny Fitterer, and welcome to your December Tarotscope. Big happy birthday to all of you with birthdays in December, myself included. I love December. So I've got a card for you and for me. So for the month of December, the first 2/3 of December is Sagittarius season, and then we'll have the December solstice, and that'll initiate Capricorn season. So the card that we've got for December is the Knight of Cups. So this is the way he looks. We have actually a figure of Napoleon on his kind of big horse here, and he's holding up this gigantic cup above him as he's kind of charging through. And then all around here we have this profile, looks like a woman's head and bust, and he's kind of right inside that. So that's the Knight of Cups. I'm just going to go to the gigantic purple book to get the interpretation here. So, hold on, that's swords, not cups. Here we go. Okay. Knight of Cups, living faith. Great feelings and passions, your dreams and your personal goals are always a matter of faith. Past experiences can neither prove nor disprove future possibilities, but any reasonable and rational belief system will make use of all information gathered and take into account the feelings of all in a positive as well as a negative sense. Beliefs are like an ever-present cloak that we wrap ourselves up in and take with us wherever we go. Inappropriate beliefs hinder and stultify, making every step hard and sluggish. Appropriate beliefs, in contrast, are supportive, inspirational, and uplifting, helping us overcome any difficulties. Dali uses the 1800 paintings by Jacques-Louis David of Napoleon charging to exemplify human willpower and passion. A female head with a very pronounced chin observes the horseman. This indicates that the Knight of Cups is enveloped, fulfilled, or imprisoned by the lady, or more generally person, of his heart. The whole spectrum of passion, ranging from courtly love to frenzied infatuation, from loving devotion to woeful obsession, is contained within this card. The difference in scale of the small horseman in relation to the big female head hints at Oedipal bonding, a mother complex. Or it might indicate the direction of evolution, from small to big, from internal drive to external aim to grow and develop. What personal meaning does this card have for you? Faith can move mountains. Big emotions move us the most and enable us to move the most. We are equipped with heart and mind so that we can experience and live out our deeply felt passions. What are your mental, emotional, and spiritual goals? Practical advice. Avoid naivete as well as superstition. Question and examine. Identify what moves and supports you in the long term. Do your sums and update your bookkeeping. Find a trustworthy conversation partner. Okay. So this card is kind of I always say it's an interesting card. It's always an interesting card. So this card's an interesting card for us this particular month. In that, like, Sagittarius season, as we're in it for the first 2/3 of December, often feels very, like, vibrant. It's a fire card, or it's a fire season, and it's often very, like, social, wanting to experience things, wanting to kind of move from this to this, not being bogged down by any one thing, but wanting to experience new things. And to experience new things, you tend to keep kind of moving through things. You don't stay in any one particular spot. But this card, this Knight of Cups, it doesn't feel quite, it has this kind of pause to charge feeling. And it is a cups, it is a water sign. So water definitely has this kind of moistening, heavier component, and is that contrasting element to fire. So it's kind of like, you know, we maybe want to have this big kind of fiery energy happening, but this card's kind of like dousing us a little bit and kind of like, actually, hold on. Like, in order for you to really be effective, we don't just want you to burn out. So one of the things where, you know, Sagittarius, you're a fire element in a fire season, and fire is really great, but without fuel or without like that containment, it can just kind of burn through. Like, think like a wild grass fire. It burns really quick and it's gone. So for fire, actually, it is kind of useful for you. This card's kind of like, hold on, don't just pop off in a blaze of glory and then be burnt out completely. It is also, it's birthday season, so like that's kind of, sometimes we can like get really, like, you know, we're celebrating ourselves. December's really busy. We can be have a lot of energy, a lot of social energy going from thing to thing to thing, and then by the end you're exhausted, you're really burnt out. You don't actually have any energy you have to recuperate before you can move forward. So this card, it's like, it's really reminding us that okay, we don't just want to be exerting force and energy. We really want to be connected to our passion, because our passion is like the fuel this constant fuel that our fire can burn from without going out. So there's a lot of things we put our fire energy, or taking our action and our willpower to things that like are important, or things that we do, but they're not necessarily deeply passionate about. And that's kind of like just, that grass fire. There's not a lot of fuel. It'll burn kind of quick. But what we really want is to be able to have a really stable power source for that fire energy. And that is that whatever it is in your life and in your kind of heart that connects you, and pulls you into that emotional state of passion. So passion it kind of feels like the fire water combo of an emotion that is energizing and fuels you. So it's not a heavy water. It's not like depression. It's not this the heaviness. It's really this concentrated, just this fire source, or this fuel source. So that we've got a little bit of a caution, of course. This passion can range from absolute devotion and adoration that fuels us, and also obsession and frenzy that fixates us, where we're burning this fuel on this something that maybe actually we don't need that much heat, we don't need that much fire, and that obsession actually becomes kind of dangerous or damaging to us or to other people. So there's this kind of, as always, it goes either way. Passion is neutral, really. It's how are we going to use it? Is this the correct time? Is it welcome here? Is this obsessive? Is this a healthy amount of passion? Do we still have a bit of balance? So bringing this water card into this fire element and fire season is already inviting this balance of, let's take this time and really kind of assess what our passions are, be reconnected to it. When we're in this season that's often very social and busy, really do check in with yourself for the things that you're doing and say, like, do I really want to do this? Like, does this make me feel comfortable, passionate? Is this something that I really enjoy? If I'm socializing, is it connected to perhaps my passion for my community and my friends? So it's like, oh yeah, I might be tired, but I really am going to focus on the fact that I love being with my friends, and then that's going to fuel me past, staying up past my bedtime. Or if it's, connecting with family, or even if you're supposed to go see family and you feel obligated, but actually you really just feel like some alone time. And so the passion, then, instead of thinking of, I don't want to be with my family, you think of the passion of, I'm actually just really passionate about my own energy, my own solitude, and my own recharge. And so I'm going to make choices that are really connected to the passion I have for feeling well and whole. And because all of the choices we make, we can be looking at it from the perspective of what we're running away from, or the thing that we're moving towards. So as we make our choices, really doesn't matter what choice you make, as long as it's connected to what are you passionate about? What has that big love, that big emotion, that big kind of this kind of feminine energy that holds you and embraces you and nurtures you. And then you can, be able to navigate this time. And also this is a really good theme even for the year. So if this card is coming up in birthday season, the solar return is often kind of sets closes the chapter of the year before and then initiates a new one. So this might be a theme we've either been working on this past year, or we're going to be really opening up, connecting more this year as we move through this next season, of connecting our actions to our passion, so that we have that energy source that doesn't die out and is used responsibly. So I'm not going to tell you what your passion is. It's going to be different for all of you. But as long as we are really connecting us to those big emotions that move us and enable us to move the most, then we're connected into our heart. And then ultimately we get to experience more, because we don't burn out. We still get to have that Sagittarius, hunger for the new thing, but it's born out of this passion and this energized, sustainably fueled state, instead of this FOMO, or this I need to have more, or other people have this experience. What did they know that I don't? I need to go. I need to get up even if I'm really tired. So that's really connected there. And then the last little bit, once we hit solstice, we come to Capricorn season, and Capricorn is a great time to think of our goals, working on our goals. And so in this case, our goals are also going to be connected to what fuels us emotionally. So if we're not passionate about a goal, we're not really going to want to put the effort in. So what we are passionate about is both going to be our fuel, and it's going to also point us towards our goal. And then we can really, if we've done this work of making sure that we've gathered our energy and we're finding out what we're passionate about, And then when we hit Capricorn season, if we have a goal and a vision in mind, we now have the fuel and the energy to move towards it in a sustainable way, so that we can achieve what we want without that quick burn and then being exhausted. So it'd be really, great to start out the new year with that comfortable energy and enthusiasm for what's coming out, rather than skidding into the new year. We barely made it, catch my breath, but I still have to work hard again. Like that's not a very sustainable energetic. So that's what I'm going to leave with us for December, being responsibly energetic individuals. If you are wanting a little bit extra support and awareness of some of the planetary transits that are going to be happening during December, do check out the Pay What You Can Sagittarius season forecast, up and available on my YouTube channel. Appreciate all donations. That really helps me be able to keep doing this work. And happy birthday to those of you who have the December birthdays. Best of luck, and I'll see you next month.